great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, it's Mitchell, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown Titans. A.J. Brown, 87 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's pulled down. Harold Landry able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Garoppolo looks to to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
From the 24, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Second down and goal. Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20!
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 16, Garoppolo complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field.
And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mitchell.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers are back within a score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. Jones goes diving, and he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Tannehill on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air again, Tannehill. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. On the move to his left. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available and incompletion as a result.
Push him back. Hey, I want 3. Deep.
Tannehill throwing again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And Bullock will put this one through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
He's crashing. He's checking credit. 1 Omaha. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct. But I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Tannehill. Man open, that's Chester Rogers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. There he goes, left side.
I need to get my
into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, I think we all know that turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good. And then...
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick 6. And I don't know, the rest of the second half shaping up to be very interesting. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Dancing to his left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Rolling to his right. Man open, here is Jones. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one. On the final act of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Henry fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Henry again. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Tannehill going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A gain of 3, second down. Now Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 30. Two.
A gain of 37 yards. First down, 49ers.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, an 8-yard touchdown run. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? Garoppolo to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Taken from about the 12. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. A gain of 6 there on first.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Tannehill. That second down play nets a -4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, it's Henry, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. That's taken in by Ferkser. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and
57, 30. What we got? What we got? What we got? 57's the max, right?
Tannehill to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago they're tight. The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Randy Bullock has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That catch good for only a couple.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here we go. Nice, 80.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo getting it out left side to Sanu. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Mitchell again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell. Punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferguson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Again to Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On second down now. It's Mitchell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, they go with Mostert again. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now now is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now Mostert. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel on the touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. Complete. It's Henry. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill now to throw. Caught by Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw, Tannehill. This is caught.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Tannehill looking to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down and 7. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Titans are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Working with his 2nd and 4. Again, it's Henry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They run again with Foreman. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked by Marcel Harris. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's got Ferkser. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
To the air again, Tannehill. And that's complete to Brown. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. One last throw here for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that